Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to look at a Chrome extension that I developed for tracking job and internship applications, especially for students who are applying to internships. This extension will help you keep track of the companies you're applying to, as well as a couple of other information about the job posting, such as date applied, position, the company name. So let's take a look at how this works with an example. The name of the extension is TrackBack. So let's assume for the sake of this example that I've already applied to this job posting by Tesla, which is an internship. So if I want to track this application in the TrackBack Chrome extension, I'll go ahead and select the position, the position title, and then I can just go hit the TrackBack icon over here of the extension once it's pinned. Or let's say I can also use the keyboard shortcut Alt-Shift-S. So one of the two works. So you'd see that once I issue this shortcut, a small pop-up comes on the screen which belongs to the extension with the position of the job already pre-filled. So that's nice. Like all I have to do at this point is just enter the name of the organization, which would be Tesla in this case. If I want, I can add any comments, or I can just go ahead and click on save. And there's also a shortcut to issue save, which would be Control Enter. When I do that, it says application saved. So I can go ahead and view the list of applications by clicking on my applications. So when I do that, it shows me the list of applications that I've already tracked with this extension. So if you see here, I've applied to this position that you saw on the previous tab. It shows the company name, it shows the date I've applied, as well as the last updated date and so on. So let's say for the sake of this example, I want to change the status of the application to something else. So I'll go ahead and click on edit. It would show me a modal with fields that are editable at this point. So let's say unfortunately this was a reject from Tesla, so I can click on reject here. It pre-fills this field with reject. Save changes, so that would populate here with this tally changing for the total, the applied as well as the rejects. So let's say at this point I want to delete this application. I can do that by clicking here, and let's say for this application I would actually copy the information. So if I click on copy, it would copy the information of this application. That would make it easy for me to share it with someone. So for example, let me open up a text editor where I can paste it. So if I go ahead and paste it here, if I show you how it looks, it would look like this. And it's in a format that's easy to share, so I can paste it on WhatsApp and share it with friends. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of other features of the extension by expanding this menu collapsible. So if you see here, it gives me an option to change the default email address used. So I've tracked my applications with two different email IDs. The ones that go through LinkedIn are connected to my primary email, as well as I have a .edu email that's used for the applications. So I can change the default email ID used. So if I select the other one at this point, you would notice that if I open up the extension by clicking on the extension pop-up, it would show the email ID that's selected by default. And if I go back here and select my .edu ID and go back and fire up the extension, it would show the updated email that I've been using. That makes it easy for you to switch between emails, and when you're tracking an application, you don't really have to go through and cycle through each of these fields out here. You can just fill up the position and the organization and then just hit save. Moving further, there's another feature in this extension which lets you back up the data that you have stored about the applications that you've tracked. So you can hit on the CSV export. So if you do that, it downloads a CSV format of whatever data you've saved using this extension. So if I open up the CSV, this is what the data looks like. So it tracks the organization name, the position. Scrolling to the right, it tracks the status of the application as updated, the job type, date applied, date updated, email ID used, as well as the URL and comments as well. So these are basically the fields that are actually seen here. So the fields that show up here are the ones that get tracked. Moving further, you can also copy the applications that you applied today. So that's helpful when you want to share the list of the applications you applied today with a friend of yours. So you can click on copy today, paste it. So you can like actually paste this into WhatsApp and it would be formatted the right way. So you don't have to worry about formatting. So moving forward, let's talk about another feature which is sort of a multi-clipboard. It's not really a clipboard, but it lets you paste multiple stuff without having to copy it frequently. Like you may have information like first name, second name, phone number, email, address and all that. So whenever you want to paste these into websites, you'll have to actually go to a text file or like, maybe more like a notepad file where you have stored these details and copy it from there and paste it on the website and back and forth. So it's a little clumsy to do it that way. So this extension gives you sort of a multi-clipboard thing with a couple of shortcuts. So if you go ahead and click on this option, you can actually set shortcuts for each of the numbers on your keyboard. So that's from 0 to 9. So let's say in 0 I want to store the first name. Let's say that would be the link to my LinkedIn. Let's say that would be my GitHub. And that's about it. So with these details, I'll go ahead and hit save. So what happens at this point is that if I have a job application wherein I want to fill these details, I can pull it directly from the extension by using these shortcuts that you see here. So I'm going to go back to the Tesla application and then click on apply and show you how it looks like when I pre-fill the details. So when I want to fill the first name, as opposed to typing it through, I would actually issue the shortcut on the keyboard. So when I do Ctrl+Shift+1, it shows John. That would be the second. So 3 was my phone number from what I remember. 4 was email. And 5 was, I guess, my address. Yeah, that was the address. 6 was the city. I guess 8 was my LinkedIn. Yeah, that's right. So that's sort of a learning curve. You may have to remember which number on the keyboard belongs to which thing that you want to paste. I think 9's my GitHub. And then I can proceed with the application. So it makes filling an application as long as this pretty simple. Cases where you can't pre-fill details from another extension or maybe from frequently used inputs on Chrome, you can actually use this extension to pre-fill stuff just by a few keyboard shortcuts. So that's about it, guys, with the extension. I'll be putting this up on Chrome Store so you guys can download and use it. Do let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. And if you like this video, leave a thumbs up and good luck on your job applications. See you in the next one. Bye bye.